Okay, so are you going to explain to us what you're attempting to accomplish?
Oh no, I've already
Bandits?
accomplished what I set out to do.
Oh, this is the reward?
No. So we have
Wait, are those all your completed quests?
So we have 3 battles that we can do. So I've been doing battle in the desert by myself. I could show off what I've been doing, but I think I might do that the next time we go into a battle phase before we stop streaming. So ideally when we end the day. Did you know you can move the little dude with motion controls? I didn't realize it was motion controls. I was trying to use the sticks to move him, but I could never figure it out. Anyway, let's see. So we got 2 of these side quests. So I'm going to just take a look at these side quests. We can only do 1. So we can do maintaining your training.
Are you going to show your roster to show them how much you changed their stats? Because
I'll show once we're in battle.
Last night.
I'll in fact
Mostly
show my
grinding.
whole strategy, and then next time we do a battle phase, like a month or 2 in game from now, I will actually show off what I do with like practically the whole cast. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm not sure which side quest we want to do. Maintaining our training, or I think I'm going to do clearing the way because it gets us some seeds and mainly it gets us slightly more renown, which is more useful. So let's do clearing the way. Okay. So
Thank you.
oh, it is motion control.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, because I've...
Thanks so much.
Yeah, look at that. It's pretty much just the Black Eagle clan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, people really like the Black Eagles. Though I've heard from a lot of people, Black Eagles and... I don't know. That doesn't really matter. Anyway, so we got a couple of things. So one, we've got Cyril, who has been shadowing X this entire time, which is actually really bad, because he doesn't have a class.
What do you mean by shadowing?
I need to promote him, but I can't promote him until the end of this battle phase, which kind of sucks. Anyway, so if you notice, X has a couple weapons, a broken training lance and a broken iron lance. And pretty soon he's gonna have a broken axe, and we'll give him some broken gauntlets. So let's do some inventory management for a second. So X, items, let's put away the iron lance because we don't need anything better, and we want to give him just a regular, normal training lance. Let's store the bullion. Do we have anything else sitting around that we don't need? Don't need the torch.
Gouda cheese is so delectable.
She doesn't need training gauntlets.
Nom, nom, nom.
Doesn't need the bullion. We are very wealthy, by the way. If we ever find anything to spend money on, we're just spending all of it. Anyway, yeah, good old skill training with training weapons, eh? No, good old skill training with broken weapons. So let's go to the map. Let's check the layout here. So, oh, it's this one. We're just on the opposite side this time.
Isn't the gist of it that because your experience is determined by how many encounters you have,
Did they just rotate
if you
the
just
map or something?
prevent
Give me a second.
your characters from slaying them, but also avoid damage, then that's how you grind them?
Sort of. Let's see. So where's X? There's X. Put him in front. Put her there. And this is probably fine. Okay, so fight. Begin the battle. Let's see. So I've been maxing out some characters. I got everybody at least to level 10. I maxed out some classes.
Leave it to
I probably
me.
should have checked this before we got going. But so if we go to, yeah, if you notice, Lysithia's class is maxed out. Dude's class currently not maxed out actually, but that's fine. Who else did I max out? I also maxed out Marianne. So I will not be using them in combat if I can avoid it.
Stay
but anyway,
focused.
so I'm gonna move dude. No, we don't want to put dude right there. In fact, the less EXP we get, the better. So let's grab this training lance, and I'm gonna show you guys how to turbo level classes and weapons. So let's wait. So to recap, we've equipped the broken training lance. These guys are gonna charge him. They might come after some of my other characters, but that's fine. Oh, balls. I forgot.
Did you skip?
Yeah, so there's actually a setting. I gotta turn this off. So, let's see. Smart end we want, but I'm gonna turn off action skip, and we're gonna go back to battle speed. Okay, whatever. I can just show this off right here, right now. So training lance. Now, if you notice, hitting this guy is only gonna do 23 damage, but my hit rate is is dirt.
Yes.
It's 47.
It's
so
practically a 50-50 chance.
So we were going to charge this guy. We did actually hit him, but you know, half the time we missed. Say if I put my character in the... Oh, hey. We've now mastered Commoner.
It seems I've exhausted this topic.
Let's see. But half the time we'd miss, especially if we were standing in the middle of the woods. So normally when I was doing this last night when I was just grinding, I straight up had the main character sitting like right here, surrounded by enemies on all sides who couldn't hit him, and if they did hit him, they wouldn't do any damage. And we had like a 20% chance to hit, give or take.
I got this.
Which more or less meant that free weapon and class EXP. Because you gain 2 of both, whether or not you hit or kill an enemy. But you only gain EXP
Strength
for killing
in
an enemy.
action.
Because if you notice, the fist and the flag went up a little bit.
Yeah.
So by just not killing anybody, I could turbo train all of my weapon skills
Still got room to grow.
and all of my classes, which is why I've maxed out like 5 classes on X now.
Who,
When I
me?
kind of have no business doing so. And it's probably what I'm going to use on a lot of these characters
The
as we
armor's
go
so
along.
Sweaty.
comically large on her.
Anyway,
Ready and
so
willing.
that is the turbo skill training thing. I'll show it off a little bit more as we go along. But I've been doing this mainly to get my lance skills up to C rank, so we can start
Sorry,
recruiting people.
the victory is mine.
Because I would like to recruit people. I also did a lot of stuff with Ash, but I haven't done it as much. Anybody kind of low level?
Ready anytime.
Send Ignats. I mean, I don't really care what level we get. There's
I stand ready.
I'm not really sure if I want to like turn this up to hard mode or not. Oh, but hard mode doesn't let me do the repeatable grind thing, so I don't even know. This game is never going to be, well, no, it probably would be challenging if I wanted it to be. Be nice if you could like level lock people or something. Anyway, so we're just gonna chuck ourselves at this guy and probably miss.
No hesitation.
Nope, never mind, we're critting him.
You didn't give it your all.
There's always the crit.
I guess we should stop doing things with the main character for the time being. Because we don't want him to gain any more EXP. A whole bunch of these characters seem really underaged for this.
Sorry.
I mean,
Don't know
anime.
my own strength.
It is just anime. Fanning bow.
I wonder,
I mean,
back in medieval times, though,
16-year-olds were most definitely, like,
you think they'd be considered adult at that time?
not necessarily, but, like, we had 16-year-olds fudging the draft to go to World War II in Vietnam and stuff.
I'm pretty sure, I mean, the life expectancy back in the Middle Ages was probably only 40.
If even, yeah.
And granted, that varied depending on region, what kind of healthcare you had access to, what your social standing was.
Magnificent.
What's interesting is they actually found that there was a lot more illness amongst the nobility. You wouldn't
A trivial
expect that,
victory.
but they actually feasted so much on carbohydrates and meat that oftentimes if commoners had essentially vegetables were considered commoners.
Should have trained better.
Ironically, they were the ones therefore getting better nutrition. in the
Yeah,
long
well,
run.
vegetables were considered, peasant food. He looks so doofy in this armor with the Omega Blue plate.
Hilda! Hilda!
Anyway, I'm not going to use the main character. Also, we've got some support conversations to go see.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so we can do that soonish. Oh, hi.
Who, me?
I didn't notice there was an item that in the woods there. Come after me.
It's really interesting watching documentaries on, well, history in general, but particularly things like the Middle Ages and how people lived their life during those times. Because
Let's get to
especially the peasantry and the commoners, because too often it seems history only focuses on the nobility, the kings, their political squabbles, the wars and such.
Well, in a lot of cases,
They're also the only ones that are having the history written about
yeah,
them.
exactly.
But a lot of archaeology has gone into
work.
finding the dwellings and the objects
I'm
that
still a delicate
commoners
flower, you
use.
know.
Dang. That's some stat growth.
Do you know what was a sad fact that they discovered? They were, after a time, people were actually keeping records of, like local doctors were starting to keep records
Plenty more where that came from.
of births and deaths in smaller towns. And so they had better record keeping. And so many of them were drownings. Guess what activity people were doing when the drownings occurred?
It wasn't just swimming, was it?
No. It's so many women drowned because
Oh,
they were trying to
washing
wash
clothes.
their clothes.
Yeah.
What happened was back in those days they were wearing wool. Wool was a primary fabric back then. And wool, it would suck in so much water that if you tripped and fell into even a shallow stream, it was enough to weigh you down and drown you.
All right,
Ugh.
what's next?
It is true. Your wool socks do hold water incredibly
Making
well.
my muscles.
Let's see. Oh, that one dude can move far. Oh, hey. Big Nats, good luck.
I can do this!
Yep, Big Nats, good luck.
Huh? It worked out.
Fun to watch.
I often wonder how people in those times dealt with, well, without washing for months on end. I know that at a time, it had actually been considered vile or
Yeah.
evil to clean yourself.
Yeah,
because-
it was unclean.
But you would have thought that there would have been more instances of leprosy and things of that nature. I couldn't imagine going without showering for more than a couple days.
Yeah, I can't. Part of the reason
your
why I
scalp
don't
starts to
burn-
get itchy and you feel really oily.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty more where that came from.
Wonder you're still disappointed with Big Nats. It's a love-hate relationship. His, like, primary stats, strength and magic, are, like, sub 10. Last I checked. And barely grow, but his luck stat, I think, gains 1 point every time he levels up.
Sweaty.
Which is kind of insanely powerful. So I don't really know if I'm disappointed in Ignatz or not. He's confusing. Let's see.
Thank you.
Not that I have to worry too much about save scummery.
Thank
Yeah,
you
now that I know
so
it's
much.
motion controls, I'm going to be running back and forth. I was so confused. I thought we had that
much.
that stick drift issue that a lot of Joy-Con controllers
No,
I've
I
been
think our
getting.
I have
Joy-Cons have been
gratitude.
just fine.
We don't use them that much.
Much appreciated.
Can you spam repeatable battles and swap who gets MVP to farm motivation? Doesn't actually work that way. You don't actually get motivation for the side battles, I believe. I could be wrong, but I've never seen them gain motivation. Okay, anyway, so if we instruct... Yeah, Raphael was the MVP, didn't get Bupkis from that one, but that's okay. Oh, this is gonna be odd.
Yeah, not many people have that much motivation.
Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna train him a little bit in faith.
I'll keep trying. It's fun.
Let's see. Yeah, I want to give all of my casters just the basic healing spell. Because it doesn't take up a slot in their inventory. And, while they might not be spec'd for it, it still helps. Let's see. Well, this guy is 13, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, he likes horses. That's kind of useful. Probably just going to spec him into Axe so he can get up to B Axe.
I could.
Leone. I should probably train her in horses.
I'm trying to remember what, if any, kind of... I never participated in martial arts. But I definitely know that at 13, my friends and I would have little... We wouldn't have archery competitions, but my one friend would have... her family had a cabin that was off in the woods. And it was like a remote part of the mountains. Oh. Horses and praying to the goddess. Holy Knight does...
No,
Not a holy knight?
We want her to focus on faith and flying. And she's also getting the group activity bonus for regular horses.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And so... Oh, Cyril wants to speak with you.
Interruption.
Aha! Found ya! You're always nosing around places, aren't you, Professor? Can be real hard to find you sometimes.
Sorry about that.
No worrying about it. I just wanted to talk to you about a thing today. Do you remember how Lady Rhea asked you to come to the office this evening? Well, she told me that I should come to let you know that today's a bad day for doing that, and you should go and see her tomorrow instead. That's pretty much everything I needed to say, I think. Oh, except to ask you if you've seen Sedith around anywhere.
Haven't, sorry.
Okay, I'm supposed to tell Sedith the thing Lady Rhea told me to tell you, but he's hard to find.
Want to look for him together?
Sure.
No, it's alright, thanks. But if you see him, then please find me and tell me where you saw him, okay? Because then I'll know where he is and I can tell him. I'll be in the stables if you need me. Gotta put out the fodder before it's the next kid's shift. Don't want her thinking I left my work for her to do. Oh, but if I'm not in the stables and you need to find me, I'll be at the forest up north, because there's a bunch of logs lying around up there. I figure I ought to chop them up, or else someone might trip on a log, or we might run out of firewood. And if I chop, then it'll save other people time. If it looks like I'm done there, then the quarters need to be swept. So if you see Sedith and you need to find me, then I might be there.
Can I help you with any of that?
Nope, this is my job. I'm not giving it to anyone else because it's mine and I'm gonna do it. Besides, if you help me out, Lady Rhea might give me an earful. I don't know why, but Lady Rhea sure does seem to like you. She's always worried about what you might be doing or not doing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that so?
Oh yeah, not that it's any of my business. Anyways, Lady Rhea asked me to do some jobs, so I'm doing them all. Even some she didn't ask for, but I know need doing, so I'm doing them. End of story. And remember, if you see Sedith around, come find me and tell me where you saw him, yeah?
Seems like it'll be tough to find you.
Huh? But I just told you where I'd be. If I'm not in the stables, I'll be at the forest. If I'm not... Oh, I see. You're right, I'm all over the place, huh? I don't want to waste your time, Professor, so if you see Sedith, how about you tell him I was looking for him, and then tell him all the places I'll be? Then he can spend his time looking for me instead of you. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. A real good plan. Let's do that. See you later, Professor.
My god, he's like 50%
my.
golden retriever. He's the goodest boy.
Oh, whose birthday is coming up?
Dunno, time to disappoint them with the tea party.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we can just talk about your father the entire time and everything will go gloriously.
Thanks for
Wait,
inviting me.
gloriously isn't a word, isn't it?
Thanks.
I'd love it if all of the topics of conversation are dad, training.
It will be beauteous. Yeah, dad. Let's talk about dad. Oh, she doesn't like it. What tea did you choose for her?
Mint is invigorating.
Mm,
I don't know.
Yeah.
okay. Oh.
First one.
Yeah, someone you
see.
look up to. Dad.
Yeah.
View from the bridge.
Okay, sure.
Because she's not
She's
interested
not
in
into
romance.
guys.
She's into training and dad.
Yeah.
Probably first one.
I'm counting on you, sure. Or favorite strange fish in the pond, but probably the second
Probably.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
See,
Don't throw away
success.
anything that's still usable, okay? I'll take whatever you don't need.
Commend.
Commend.
Yeah.
Perfect tea time at last.
Oh, extra time. Observe gifts.
Wait,
This is
an
really
armored
nice.
bear stuffy?
Yeah, so different characters like different things.
Oh, sharpening blades.
Yeah, animals are cute things. So, she'd like the riding boots.
Okay.
Kind of like the whetstone. I'm surprised she doesn't like it more. Ancient coin, sunflower, daffodil. I was gonna give her a rose.
What?
Because I can make more of those.
Okay.
Have flower, not sister.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
More roses for not
No,
sister.
thanks.
And then observe. Banter.
No way. Professor.
Joke. Joke?
Joke. Why?
No joke.
Why?
Joke button does not function. There is no joke.
Hot, hot.
Wait, why is
I-
it why working?
Nod. Joke. Nod.
This is really nice.
Joke. Joke.
This is so awkward.
Banter.
I
Joke.
see.
Banter.
No way.
Banter. Banter. Okay, back. This is weird.
That,
We're done.
that is.
And
Thanks
tea
for the
party.
tea. Invite me by again sometime.
It didn't work because she was in an animation. I know. I was just being
Well,
weird.
Professor, impressed?
Wow.
Perfect.
Perfect at stable duty.
I think it's coming along.
Yeah, so I suppose back to that, yeah. Let's see. When it comes to skills that I
now
attained,
I see the heart of it.
Guess I'm
their
still
age.
growing.
This isn't so hard.
Oh, you're just
Sorry, there's a
going
lot
through
of
all
stuff
those.
just happening.
At that time I had experienced fencing, which I suppose I can consider part of swords play.
Impressive. Thanks.
And then archery and horseback riding. I mean, I would expect most young girls to have had a horseback riding birthday party event sometime in their lives. I never personally had one, but I was invited to at least 3 or 4 growing up. Were you ever invited to a horseback riding birthday party?
No, but my grandmother tried to teach me by slapping the horse's ass and just letting me go. I didn't appreciate that. I learned nothing apart from don't trust grandma.
And unfortunately, it'd be cool if things like magic existed, but they don't. So I suppose I can't say that I would have been trained in any of those things. What were the things that you were trained in, at least in a small respect, that would align with the things in this game? Brawling,
Archery?
for sure. I'm kidding.
Archery, mainly.
Archery?
Mhm.
Really? Archery? What else? Heavy armor. Oh, I can say that I haven't really been trained in heavy armor, but I've made armor for conventions. I had to wear heavy armor. I'm kidding. Not quite true heavy armor, but really, what else?
Oh, you know what? I know what I need to do. Let's see, because we can't do Cavalier yet. So I guess we become a mercenary.
A new path.
Come on, look through their skills. I want to see, you know, for the different. So there's the different weapons training. There's the magic. There's the heavy armor. There's the fists. You're not following what I've been talking about this whole time, have you?
I was mildly distracted with management. But no, I mean, honestly, a lot of stuff with Boy Scouts, you know, backpacking, foraging, so on and so forth. You know,
Was there any doubt?
that's the kind of stuff that...
That would be, what, survival skills in Pathfinder?
Yeah.
Survival. You have experience in survival.
What does she look like?
It would be awkward to apply real life. Have you ever thought of that? If people's experience could be summarized in a spreadsheet akin to what you would have in an RPG. Have you ever thought of that?
It would be long, though.
Perfect
Leveling up
comprehension.
skills.
Like, no matter what, like, the list would be massive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a reasonable outfit.
It would definitely be awkward for people to compare stats. I'm at a 7 proficiency in literature.
I actually passed?
At the same time, in school we had grades.
Yeah, we have, like, weird pseudo... Like, we have pseudo rankings and so on and so forth. Because, like, I have a master's degree in physics.
But you don't really.
Well,
but
I
that's
don't.
That's an example.
passed.
But, yeah, sorry. My brother has a PhD in physical chemistry, or some extent
He's
of that.
changed his
Yeah,
focus a
he's
couple
switched
times.
around a little bit.
So it's still probably related to chemistry.
Let's see. We're running out of these, but that's okay. But, I guess my point is just like, while it might not be like, I am a level 3 physician, or like I'm a level 6 YouTuber, there are still numbers
can't
that can
believe I
apply
did
to
it.
skill and abilities and rankings and stuff. It's just slightly...
I suppose Social Blade does have grades. So you're at what, solidly a B?
Yeah, or you could base it off of my, subscription number. You know, is it just me? I mean, he's obviously buff, but I actually was expecting him to be thicker.
Well, so they don't have trapezius muscles. I'm
Yeah,
upset about that.
That's it. His neck. His neck is wrong.
If you guys don't know which muscle a trapezius muscle is, yeah, I never liked the fact that it's the muscle that it starts at the base of your neck, and it's the bulge that goes along to the back of your
Wait,
neck.
but he has a
and-
trapezius there.
and connects to your
Wait,
your
he
shoulder.
like slims down to become a brawler.
No, I think it's just the clothes.
But no, like his neck definitely feels like
I
beefier.
think it's the clothes. I've always found his stance to be peculiar with his shoulder up high enough. Yeah, I love trapezius muscles. So whenever you draw characters, make sure it's a slope that almost resembles the torso in whole, being more akin to a uneven diamond as opposed to just a rectangle, because yeah, your shoulders just don't go jit all the way up to your neck, and then you have your neck sprouting out as a trunk. There's some muscle that sort of has a sometimes really bulge, but you know, it's a slope. I learned about trapezius muscles because, well, I have fairly prominent ones. I have a long neck. The longer the neck you have, the more trapezius muscle you require.
More beef jerky I would like to shove into my face. Jerky.
Now, if there is a muscle that is pronounced on Wander,
I stand ready.
it is definitely the calf.
Stay focused.
Wander's calves are very defined.
I got this.
And I'm quite lacking in them.
Leave it to me. Who, me?
Wander is chewing, so he can't comment.
Spicy beef jerky. So
Spicy honey beef jerky.
Ready and
You
willing.
know that, especially in the French court, back in what
Let's
was
get
it, the
to it.
1600s through to the 17 and 1800s? In the French court, the reason why you see all of the, well, first off, they had those outfits with the leggings,
Ready
the garters, the high-heeled shoes, the voluminous wigs with all
I'll
those
give it my all.
curls and, you know, that have been powdered in white and such. The faux moles that they would put on one side of their cheek. You know what I'm getting at? You know, that traditional French courtier appearance.
I guess I feel a
The
little
reason
stronger.
why they wore such pronounced heels was to accentuate the calf muscle. And that's why there would always be that stance where they put a foot forward. My
I thought it was further
calves.
along with Lance on... I wonder if Lance skills actually depend on what class you're using. Probably not. Just thought I was further along with the main character. Oh. Get out there, you grind beast. Use some of this for the rest of them.
Was that helpful?
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, fashion is just dumb. I honestly just don't think about fashion that much.
This is what I do.
Well, when you're studying attire and such, fashion, especially historical fashion, pops up time and again.
Should have trained better.
I mean,
I just remember that being in art history.
what
we-
baffles me are like women's dresses.
Oh,
Like
the whole
the
corset
eternal
business.
effort to jam boobs further upwards, to the point where they don't even look right.
Oh, you're talking about that. You see, there are a couple of ways in which you're supposed to.
You lost to me?
So often, I've actually seen corsets used as an attempt to
Yeah, get in the
to
hang of
flatten
it.
the chest. But yeah, then there are definitely the ones that seem to be specifically made. You especially see them at Renaissance festivals. The ones that specifically curve under and then, yeah, push up. They call it the shelf. But, ugh. I don't
Plot
know.
is actually falling behind. I should work on that.
dance?
But no, just the very idea of corsets is, ugh. You'd actually
I'm not
bend
done
and
yet.
even break ribs to get them as tight as
Impressive.
what they were. I mean, it would make people faint, I believe, too. The reason why they had so many fainting damsels in the audiences of, say, an opera house or a performance or on the streets or whatnot. Get very short of breath when your rib cage and your diaphragm is being scrunched by a. Usually, they would have, before they had metal and plastic boning. The reason why it's also in part called boning is because they would have a bone, I believe, used as a component for
Yeah,
those.
you'd use like whalebone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh yeah, there they all are. I'm just going to send Grindmaster X in. 'Cause I've overgrinded everybody, so I'm just going to make X stupidly
Should I
overpowered,
have held back?
and everybody else is just going to. Well, I'm pretty much just not going to use the main character for plot battles unless the Dark
That
Knight
is
comes
that.
back, and then I'm going to go just like smash-o him in the face. I guess I'm using Leone for a bit here, but only for a bit.
I never liked dresses. Just on the topic of corsets and fashion, I I really dislike dresses. I will only wear a dress if it's a very special occasion or for a costume.
Should I have held back?
And even when I...
Oh no, I've got Cyril with me. I didn't even realize.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's okay. Cyril will be my overpowered understudy.
Yeah, and even when I do wear dresses, I prefer to have not just underwear beneath, but maybe even... I wouldn't necessarily call them bicycler shorts, but a spandex shorts at the very least.
Aren't they called spats?
Spats? Oh. Interesting.
I could be wrong. I'm not an expert in women's underwear. Okay. Flee team. You're not meant to be here or fighting. You're meant to stand in the back and look pretty while the main character does his thing. You have to... Well, some of these characters had it. Ah, there she is.
Yeah, why me?
Okay, so Faith level's kind of fast for whatever reason.
Faith? What was going on with Faith?
Oh, I did a healing spell and she gained 5 points of Faith, which surprised me. It might have stuff to do with the renown, or I don't really know. I don't know what really affects skill growth in this game.
Well, you did start putting points into those statues, the saints.
Yeah, which is why we're doing this mission again, because it gets us renown points. Anyway, so if it's not immediately apparent, I am doing my my cheese grind with him. I really want to get that lance stat up to C on the main character today. Because if we can do that,
You can start recruiting characters.
yeah, we should be able to recruit anybody that likes lance. Because my stats are really high comparatively at this point. I'm gonna have to work on unlocking some other... Like, I think we're gonna want to work on heavy armor and horseback riding training from the teachers. Because I can't train those conventionally. And then I need to start doing that. Someday I will get you to play, like, a heavy min-max JRPG.
Ah,
And I will have you play it. And you will enjoy just how much fun it is to make weird cheese builds.
so I suppose the only thing related to a JRPG that I have played, would you consider Pokemon to be a mild version of it?
Oh yeah, Pokemon's absolutely a JRPG. It's just not a very interesting one.
Right, so there's those, but then what about Knights of the Old Republic? You're still applying traits and skills to your characters.
Yeah.
You have them specializing in certain weapons, certain armor. Whether they have droid hacking
It'll work
or
out.
security systems or demolitions. You know what I mean? Still had to consciously choose builds, and it wasn't turn-based combat. It was a weird form of combat where you slotted attacks and then just had it play out.
I mean, it's just real time.
You fought well.
But yeah, if you noticed, we started this battle with 100 EXP to go before we'd master the Merc class or whatever he's currently playing as.
Okay.
And
You were outmatched.
I'm pretty sure the main character is like halfway to mastering his current class.
Each battle,
Which, yeah,
a chance to
not
grow.
actually
It
that
does look like
important.
mercenary is what you're currently on. Yep.
But like, that's really good training for this situation. Eventually, what I'd like to do, once I've gotten my weapon skills up or I have like more classes available to him, I was actually thinking of trying to get him every class in the game and then just having him walk around unarmed, just tanking hits from enemies. Because nobody can hurt him. Like, I don't think he's taken damage from an enemy in quite some time. With the exception of casters. Casters are dangerous. I wanted that item. Whatever, it didn't matter that much.
Too slow.
Let's see if I can get to rank C on Lance before this is over. Probably not. We'll see. Handful more hits. We might make it there.
As
Well, I
expected.
killed him.
We might be okay. The real question is if we crit him. Because, yeah, we're going to be 2 away. We'll be at C rank by the end of this mission. Good stuff. And I get this item. Rusted sword. Go away, rusted sword. Weird. It's using everyone but Seiros right now. No, I'm still
have
using
much to
Seiros.
learn.
Cyril.
Oh, Cyril. Sorry.
Or Cyril. However they pronounce it.
I'm using him. I'm just using him as a backup. Yeah. I've never
fought
seen an
well.
adjunct follow-up like that, but he finally did it.
Maintaining our training.
MVP. Surprising. Maybe somebody. Probably nobody. Okay. So, southern and eastern merchant shops are open now. Good.
Oh. So, new items from the other regions?
Yeah. Huh. That shouldn't give me a... What are we doing right now? Okay. That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Days are just passing.
Ooh. Special day. It's Dudu's birthday.
Host. God, it's doo-doos?
Yeah.
Do nothing.
What? Not even flowers.
No, because we can't foster a friendship with the guy, so
Well
it's
done.
pointless.
You have my thanks.
Okay. And we want to go to the marketplace. We want to go to the item shop. We want to buy... Out of intermediate seals? Oh. How many of these do I own? I have no idea. I'm buying like 3 more.
Tons of seals, as far as I recall.
Okay. Let's see. I don't think anybody needs any weapons. Should probably sell some of this bullion. Bullion? Bullion?
Bullion.
How much bullion do I have? Because it's probably a lot. I also have a bunch of these that increases luck, magic, luck, dexterity, and magic. Oh! And I have 12 bullion. Whee!
I keep thinking of bullion cubes.
Ooh.
How many bullion cubes do you require for this recipe?
Let's see. Will I say the sword even if she never uses it? I guess.
So what's special that's occurring this day? Are you
The
going to
Gaudier
be...
Inheritance. It's the Stolen Heroes relic?
Right, we have to fight the brother.
Yep. Suggested level 9. Oh. Actually, we don't want to do this yet. Seeing as I've... Oh, wait, no, I haven't mastered every class yet. Let's get Soldier. I want to promote him as many times as possible.
It's
I want
interesting how
him...
they have you etching on the
A new
table
path
rather
to
than
try.
on a book.
I mean, yeah.
Ooh, what can he become?
Let's see. He can also become a monk for some reason. Not that it's terribly helpful.
Mhm.
Let's see. Anyway, we're also going to get him the fighter class. Seeing, yeah, they really... Well, no. They've got a secondary, like, lower
Oh, do they have a
bench, I
tablet
think?
or something that they're writing
I don't
on, or-
know.
Actually, I think he was just a much smaller
passed.
character,
Oh,
so he was writing off the table.
that makes sense. Do we even have any more intermediates? No, we don't. I gotta get some more intermediate seals, but they're in short supply. Because I bought them all.
So did you successfully recruit Ash?
Not
already?
yet.
Not yet.
Next free day we get, I should be able to go on a recruitment
Thanks so
spree,
much.
at least for certain characters. Possibly not Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Teach, this must be the tower, don't you think? You know, even for a tower, it's pretty, towering.
It's more like a fortress.
It's a remnant of ancient wars. Those thieves certainly found themselves a great place to nest. I hear their leader Miklon is a former noble. It makes sense that he would already know about this place.
Several hundred years ago, this was an important stronghold for diffusing invasions from the north. Back then, this tower was built for both surveillance and defense. It will be difficult to seize it.
Gilbert, isn't it? You hail from the kingdom, right? No wonder you're so knowledgeable. While we're chatting so amicably, do you mind if I ask some questions?
I don't mind. If I can answer them, I will.
Have you ever seen the Lance of Ruin?
I have, a long time ago. It was an impressive, if not eerily ominous weapon to behold. According to Margrave Gautier, Miklon has used the lance to turn the tables on his pursuers.
Is that right? Then those without a crest can use it as well. Interesting. As far as I knew, that wasn't possible. And then we have the mythical Sword of the Creator, which can't be used by anyone except Teach, crest or no crest. Maybe you're just that special, Teach, or maybe there's something you're not telling us. Either way, I expect big things from you in this battle.
I'm relying on you, Claude.
Are you now? Then why don't you hand over the Sword of the Creator for a bit? Then again, it would just be a heavy blade in my hands. There's no justice in this world, Teach. The rain is really coming down now. Let's finish this quickly.